Humanoid detected. Humanoid detected. Destroyed.
Hi guys, welcome back to Game On, and today I'm here with Dwiz and Jay, and we've been arguing all morning, basically, about who we think is the best protagonist. So, we're each going to fight our own corner on this one, and hopefully you guys will see that I'm right as usual. So, Jay, step into the ring, man.
You finished? Right, professionalism. Let's do this. The character that I've chosen first appeared in 1986. Is one of the longest running gaming legends there is. He's known by many names: the hero of the skies, both adult and child hero of time, hero chosen by gods, the hero of light, the hero of legend, the hero of Hyrule, the hero of the wind, the hero of the Minish, and bizarrely, the hero of trains. I'm talking about the true bearer of the Master Sword, Link, from the Legend of Zelda series. I think I could probably leave it there as a first point. People are looking at the watchers. I'd love to see how these guys are going to introduce their character compared with this. So, Dwiz, over to you.
Oh, God. Well, thanks very much, Jay. I'm glad you got so much faith in your character that you had to read all his names off your phone. My character is Gordon Freeman.
Who?
Gordon Freeman is the people's champion. He's your everyday man. He does no magic. He's not built up in a mech suit. He's got a PhD in theoretical physics. He's amazing. He's got a hipster beard. Gordon Freeman's the man.
So, Gordon Freeman, nobody knows who Gordon Freeman is. I'm talking about a protagonist for the generation. Commander Shepard, that's right, I've even got a figure of her, that cool. So, the hero of the Mass Effect series, Commander Shepard, is a protagonist for people like myself who don't like to follow in boring protagonist stories, because let's face it, I mean, Link, we've done that thousands of times already, it's the same thing. We need a character who every time we can play it, we can do something different. Shepard is the man, or woman, in my case to make it easier, and yeah, so... What are you going to bring me up? I don't even know how I'm going to end this, Jay. Come on, bring it on.
Okay, broad. So, it's the same old thing with Link, same old game over and over again. Is that right? What about when he was in Soul Calibur and was one of the greatest guest characters ever to grace that with its presence? What about Mario Kart 8, where he brought his own kart, his own motorcycle like a horse? Anything to say about that? No? Super Smash Brothers, where he's a fighter? What about the fact when it all boils down to Metacritic? Let's talk about the rankings of the games where Link is the main protagonist. He appears 8 times in Metacritic's top 100 games of all time. That's including the number 1 spot, by the way, for Ocarina of Time. You getting all this, you two, yeah? Okay. It's also, to put that into context, Mario appears 3 times in the top 100. Half-Life appears twice. Gordon Freeman.
What, you mean for its 2 games?
For the 2 games, yeah, the 2 games, yeah. Mass Effect appears 3 times though, but it's the same game on 3 different platforms. Boring. Yeah.
Rather than the 86.
Also, Link doesn't rely on, talented writers to write it. He grunts, he hays, he shouts, but he doesn't speak. He doesn't need to. It doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. Excuse the noise. He doesn't need to, because since the N64 days where he brought facial expressions to the genre, where you can actually see where he's looking and get hints from his eyes and from his mouth and his expressions, it doesn't need the dialogue. Link is you. You are Link. Dwiz.
Well, unlike Link, Jake certainly can go on a bit. Right, the reason Gordon Freeman is the best gaming character, best protagonist, is enigma value. Now, this guy, he's been in 2 games and a few little side episodes. But Half-Life 3, where is it? I've got a funny feeling Half-Life 3 is never going to come out. And it's the biggest, most hyped, looked forward to game in the history of video games. But it won't appear. He'll take on a magical, almost godlike sense of importance within gaming. Maybe not in 10 years when everyone's forgotten, but here and now, he is the man. And he's going to keep up that enigma by never speaking, a silent assassin, one who gets by on pure charisma and charm. In fact, I'm going to marry Gordon Freeman.
So, we're talking about silent protagonists. Silent protagonists are boring. Come on, guys, come up with something better than that. We want someone who's got some real personality, and that's why Shepard is an awesome protagonist. They're kind of a half full, so you're given the groundwork with the character, and then you decide how you want that Shepard to be. So you can be saviour of the galaxy, you can be a Shepard who is nice to everybody, or you can be a Shepard who's a total douchebag, which is hilarious. And that's why Shepard's a great character. Flexibility, creativity. You can do everything differently every single time. Not with all this grunting and rolling that Link's been doing for, 30 years now?
That's a pretty good one.
Nothing wrong with a grunt and a roll. So, enough about my opinion of why Link is the greatest protagonist. What about what other people have said? How about the fact that he's got awarded a star on the Walk of Game as one of the world's most celebrated console heroes? What about the relationship between Link and Princess Zelda being ranked as the #1 video game romance? What about the fact that, looking through my notes, that in fact, do you know what? I'm going to wrap it up on this quote. This is a quote from 2012 from the staff over at Games Radar. Link is not only brave, he's the embodiment of the virtue of courage and heroism, single-handedly embarking on epic quests, helping those in need no matter how small the task, and showing his kind-hearted soul to everyone he meets. Link does all these things and receives little more of a reward than the occasional thank you. He is the truest of all video game heroes. Boom! Over to you.
Well, Jay and his phone, eh? Jay and the internet. Jay
Accuracy.
quoting everyone else's opinions, but not saying what he means from the heart. Now, Gordon Freeman, such a resourceful fellow. Never once did any gun training. Does a few obstacle courses and takes on a whole universe trying to take over the world. Mainly with a crowbar. This is a man that we can all relate to. He's God. Gordon Freeman, thank you.
Gordon Freeman is God. Gordon Freeman's not my God. Shepard is my God. Let's get this real. Shepard was that important to the saving of the galaxy that even when they died, they brought them back to continue doing what they were doing. You wish. No, because he comes back not just with organic, but synthetic. Synthetic parts too, so that makes Shepard even more, I'm going to use this word again, even more of a badass. I mean, come on. And basically, now it means he can do stuff that the aliens can do as well, which obviously in the Mass Effect universe, there's a lot of aliens going on and that are stronger and faster and better at the biotics, which is like the psychic stuff, than Shepard is. So this gives him all an even bigger advantage. So we don't need somebody who's everyday. We want to be somebody who's big, who's better, who's the embodiment of humanity, and that's what Shepard is. I vote for Commander Shepard.
So just to sum up, we've got a guy whose courage will defeat any evil. We've got a guy who doesn't say a lot, is humble and brave, helps anyone no matter how big or small their problem is. Goes by various different names, all of which is prefixed by the word hero. He is in the Metacritic top 100 games of all time more than any other video character, including the #1 spot. He's also widely regarded as the pinnacle of gaming excellence in the games that he stars in. He's a pure embodiment of you within a world, and he's an expert with the sword, he's an expert with the boomerang, the bow and arrow. The games are still selling, despite there being what seems like a lot of them. They are selling incredibly well, both 2D, 3D, handheld, next gen. Everyone's waiting for the new one on Wii U. People cannot wait to be Link again. Now, I know that there's a lot of people out there wanting to have a look what Gordon Freeman looks like and whether he's got himself a nice new, what's he carry, that iron bar? Is it an iron bar? Cross, what is it?
A crossbar? That's football.
I don't know. But yeah, whatever he's carrying and whatever Commander Shepard's harping on about, and you have to press buttons. At the end of the day, let's go back to the guy who is the chosen bearer of the Master Sword, I think.
Good Lord, is it bedtime yet? I've only got one more thing to say about Gordon Freeman, and it is that he is actually the chosen one. He's the Messiah. It's in his name, free man. Gordon, free man. He's the only free man left on the planet, and he's here to liberate everybody, to save everybody. Gordon Freeman. Peace out.
So, Gordon Freeman, Link, relics of a time gone by, guys. We need a protagonist for this generation, and that's what Commander Shepard is. Our games now, we want the choice. We want the freedom to make a character that is closer to our hearts, but still having that grounding personality, and that's why Shepard is, that's why Shepard is amazing, because we're given a half-full character and then we're given free games to shape this character. We're given free games to decide on the personality, decide on the relationships with people. And that's why Shepard's the best protagonist, because Shepard is us at the end of the day, is that hero and shows that determination and courage and everything that we want to be doing in a game. Well, at least I want to be doing in a game. And that's it. I don't want to say any more. It's Commander Shepard, and they are my favourite character on the Citadel.
Okay, come on then, guys. So we'll leave it up to you. Leave in the comments who you think is the best game protagonist. We've got Gordon Freeman, we've got Link, or we've got Commander Shepard. I mean, I'm a massive fan of all three of them, to be honest. They're all in my top 20 best games ever. Oh, wonderful. Femshep
all the way.
Okay. Subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back every Wednesday with new content. Thanks very much.
Comments.
Humanoid destroyed. Alert. Humanoid detected. Destroyed. Humanoid destroyed. Humanoid detected. Humanoid detected. Destroyed.